So David, let's go back to I really want to touch on the gay community because I think it's important for some of the guys or gals or the community to listen to. Is there a gay parade here in Fresno?
There is. So it's Fresno. I think it's the Fresno Rainbow Parade. I think, and it is typically the first weekend of June every year. So on that Saturday, usually there's a parade at 10 a.m. in the Tower District.
I see.
So
sweet, man.
So, dude, like, I just want to know the different type of gays out there. Like, I heard of bears. Like, what is the bears community?
Twin? Bear?
Or, no, it's twigs.
Twigs. No, it's not twigs.
You mean twink? Twink.
We both got it wrong.
Hey, twink.
Twink.
Well, there's I think just with a lot of everything, there's subcultures, right? And the LGBTQ plus community has that as well. I think you asked about bears. Typically, bears are like usually a little bit huskier. Sometimes they're muscle bears, and then if you really want to like go there, like, the Asian ones could be like pandas, and there's like brown bears.
Pandas. That's a first. I haven't heard Panda Express.
Yeah.
Charles a panda.
Hey, I'm a commodity. Am I a commodity in the gay community?
I think if you're if you're pretty hairy, you could be a little bear or cub or panda.
Rub your head.
They're different. They're different designations.
So if I go to a gay bar, how many drinks am I going to get for free?
Oh man,
it depends. If you're really hairy and you got some maybe like a harness on you,
harness.
Maybe you're shirtless.
Wow.
Maybe you can get a few.
That's some dominatrix stuff right there.
Not
man.
necessarily.
No?
No, it's just it's either for looks or for function.
Oh, for function.
Hey, so you're going into the gay club with the harness on, telling people, "Hey, I'm ready for functions."
Well, some people like it for fashion and a look, and some people have it for its intended use.
So it's part of the culture too, then.
Yeah,
right? Like to wear it around and stuff.
Harness,
like that.
leather culture.
Oh yeah.
Would you guys say twinks? That's almost like the opposite of a bear. Someone who's really, really thin.
Yeah.
And hairless. So yeah.
This might be the ignorant or dumb question. Okay, please excuse me, but like, are gay men affectionate how heterosexual couples are? How they rub each other, touch each other, do all that? Is that part of you guys' love language too?
I think it's the same.
It's the same?
To be honest, okay. It's the same. It depends on who it is and how people are with each other, how attracted they are. I think it's the same. Like no difference.
The audience is looking at this like, Lucky, you're getting closer to some of those questions. I like that.
What questions are you talking about?
No, I'm saying we're leading up to it. We're getting hotter and hotter, man. The audience is watching
affection is affection,
Yeah. So, out of all of the different type of gays, which one is more predominant?
What do you mean?
So, like, is there more of like the feminine and gay one, or the like you can't really tell they're gay, or the bears or the twinks?
I think there's just a variety, right? Mm-hmm. People are going to still have their niche and their whatever they're into or their preferences, but I think it's a mix and how it should be. Everyone's a little bit different. Some people might lean a certain way or express themselves, more masculine or more feminine or even in between. But I think it's a mix of that,
So which one are you into? Are you into the bears or like the buff ones?
Now I'm like thinking.
I love all the flavors.
I am
an equal opportunist.
Yeah. I will say maybe twinks might not be my thing, and to each their own. But just regular looking folks, regular body. They don't. I don't need like a supermodel or someone who's like Thor-like.
Yeah.
I think as I got older, it became more about like, all right, this person like is all right looking, right? But it's more about what they say and do, that makes it more attractive. They're like, oh, all right,
How they act.
I'm gonna mess with you. Yeah,
So the
that one.
personality.
Yeah, it really does come into play when, like I said, especially now that I'm older. Maybe I was younger, I probably care less. But for me, looks right now kind of take a back seat. I'm like, I want to see what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do. That's really more attractive. What's that credit score
It's
look
a
like?
longer.
What's that credit score?
That's what's important right here, dude.
Is it more of a longer attraction? Like it sustained it more than the physical attraction?
What do you
The
mean?
personality, right? Like does it keep.
Because like looks is like, we all know looks doesn't last forever.
Yeah. Looks fade.
Looks fade, or your looks can drastically change. Like, you know, in October I had to shave off all my facial hair and hair for a funeral, and I was self-conscious for a while. Like, I did not want to really go out as much and things like that because I looked so different, you know, without eyebrows and hair. It just barely started to grow back. But yeah, I mean, looks just can go so far.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Your looks can change the next day. Like, and you know, God forbid, like an accident happens to you and you don't have that anymore, or you know, you're missing an ear or limbs and things like that. You know, looks, you don't have that forever.
So do you like battle scars?
What do you mean?
Like battle scars, you know, like these gay guys that have like scars and
They
all
do?
that stuff on there. You know, like if they've been into battles, you know, like,
So, like,
Are you talking about a real battle?
wrestle, like
Like how
no,
girls
just
have scars.
scars, you know,
like real, you know, guys that
like
rode
they say they
motorcycles.
got cut up or something, they got in an accident, have a scar. Oh, you know what I mean? Battle scars.
I never thought about that.
You know?
I mean, it could be cool, like a cool story.
Yeah.
It's part of them, and that comes with them. I can't really change that.
What about, like, which one's more preferred? The guys with tattoos or without tattoos?
For me personally, I say I like tattoos. I have a few myself. So for me personally, I'd probably lean to the one with the tattoos. Like, okay, you know, we have something to talk about. Or like if they have one, be like, oh, that's a nice tattoo. What is it? Like that can naturally start a conversation. Oh, you have one too? Oh yeah, it's right here. Stuff like that.
You go out. Picture this, okay? You go out. You're at a club, right?
Paint the scene. Paint the scene.
Scenarios, man. Paint the scene real quick. Picture this. You go out, David. You see a cute guy. I know us heterosexual. We go out. We see a girl. We're like, hey, I'm gonna try to take her home. Do gay guys go to the club, right? What is that first initial sign to tell you that I might take this guy home tonight? Do you guys do that?
I think it's the same thing.
Is it the
like,
same?
Like attraction is attraction, right? It's like a look that you give, or like,
it's the body language.
or like
Body
maybe like
language,
you pass someone like 2-3 times,
That
and
eye
then
contact.
and then you're just
Yeah.
you stop like, you know, you stop and say hi, like, hey, what's your name? Okay, cool, and then move on, right? And then maybe circle back and talk to them again. And then I think you kind of just keep on doing that. Eventually, maybe you share a drink, not share one, but someone gets someone a drink, or you like say, "Hey, let's go dance."
Have
And
you
then-
taken that guy home after a meeting?
This is gonna air, huh?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to answer. But
No,
maybe
no.
it
Plead
came
the fifth. You can
close.
plead the fifth.
No, I'm not gonna plead the
You can plead the fifth.
I'm not gonna plead the fifth.
You seen a guy, right? You're like, man,
Man,
tonight.
let me answer.
I know I'm asking. I'm giving this scenario. You saying like, damn, I'm gonna take him home tonight. Have you had
I
that?
have been assertive at times, and then other times like not, right?
Yeah.
I, you know, just like taking someone from where they're sitting or whatever, and just taking them to the dance floor and just like dance or make out and stuff.
Okay.
So would you rather
Okay.
chase or would you want to be the chasee?
Oh my God.
Because you know,
That's a
like
good
for
question.
us
That's
guys,
good. Yeah,
like
yeah.
right, we're
Yeah.
we're kind of geared toward like chasing the girl.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I would probably like to be chased
Be pursued.
now or pursued. Now I'm like, I don't really have that much time, so I'd rather just
yeah.
be more
So-
assertive myself.
Sure, sure.
So it comes with age.
I think so. You get more comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know yourself. You know your body. You're comfortable with your sexuality and everything else. So you kind of you're just more willing to like be a little bit more assertive. I think it does come with age and experience.
So if we go to like a bar and somebody offer Lucky a drink and Lucky's like, I have no intention of doing anything with you, but I'll take that drink. Is that rude? Or should we just say no drinks because I'm straight?
Man, the girls do that all the time.
The girls do that.
I know, but I'm talking about for us though.
For us though, yeah.
Because when we go to like a gay bar, what happens? We get free drinks.
Yeah, you're right.
Or we expect
Is
it
the
to
rules
like
still the same?
I would just say thank you, and then and wherever the conversation goes, if you think it's going to where it's like really flirty and like this person really doesn't know, like I just have to let you know, like I'm married or I'm a taken, but we can still hang out and kind of be friends. But I have to let you know I'm taken. I think you can let people know that way. They're probably more nice about it. I mean, the more like like, oh, okay.
But you can still take the drink though, right?
Yeah.
Still take the drink.
Yeah, like
make sure.
like
I would. Thanks.
Yeah.
They already bought it for you.
Yeah, they bought it for me.
I know. It's like, and you took a sip already.
Yep.
So.
Does drugging ever happen?
I don't know. I hear, and there's like hearsay.
Yeah.
But I don't know myself. You know, it's more for me. It's more important to not go out alone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk about safe sex, right? We talk about two men. And you hear sometimes, I have a few gay friends too.
Yeah.
Some of them tell me like, Lucky, I don't. Like heat of the moment or whatever I'm feeling, I don't. But there's times where I do protect myself if it's a one night stand. Is that more common now? Safe sex is more common now in the Asian community? I mean, the gay community? Or it just depends on the individual?
I think it's individualistic.
Okay.
But also things can be different. I want to say because of prep, right? So there are certain things that folks can take to prevent themselves from getting HIV or AIDS, and that's prep, and that helps a lot. But then people might be, protecting themselves against HIV and AIDS, but there's also other STDs or STIs out there.
Right.
Things like herpes, gonorrhea, and syphilis. What else? Chlamydia.
Yeah.
So things like that are still out there. That's kind of something to be mindful of.
Right.
But I think it's situational.
Right.
Or if it's like it could be like a one night thing, or it could be maybe it's like a different thing, like friends with benefit things.
Right.
It comes down to what those two people are doing, and it's important that they communicate and that it's consensual, and they should stay safe.
Yeah.
Whatever that kind of means to them.
Yeah, sure.
So of course, a latex condom is going to be the most what do you call it? Effective in preventing HIV or other STIs. And then they can talk about other ways that they can reduce their harm.
Yeah.
So on the sex topic, so God, my mic is so loud. But so I'm always gonna keep bringing it back to other sessions. Like we had a session where we talked about how long sex lasts.
Okay.
You could do a foreplay for a week like Toby does, or just 4-minute just intense pure sex.
Hey, you could do that too. But, after you do all those foreplay, right? The tension's got to be released somewhere.
Yeah, it's only 4 minutes.
That's why it's 4 minutes.
So you do a whole week of foreplay.
So you're doing foreplay for like a whole week. You're gonna last like 4.5 minutes.
That's why Toby always tired, man. Every day he always tired, bro. He doing all that good stuff over there, man.
So what's the sex life like? Is it just straight to it, or you guys gotta build up the moment? And how long does it last?
Okay. It depends on who it is and what your intention is with that person.
Yeah.
How you met or what you're, what that's like. If you are just purely meeting for that, then I know I hate to sound like that, but it's like all business, right?
Yeah.
You're just like
that's what it is.
straight to it.
Straight to it.
Yeah.
But there could be other situations too where like, okay, maybe like you brought someone home that's a little bit different that you don't know before, or it could be like a friends with benefits deal.
Talking about that, like
what was your other two again?
Oh, I'm just trying to see how long the sex lasts.
How long
sex lasts?
Everybody's different.
So average, are you be like Lucky where he's just being safe, 15, 20 minutes? or you could be on an extreme end.
Stream in like me, where I'm like, dude, it's like an hour and a half.
I want to say somewhere in between because I'd like to take a break and like do other stuff.
Go get a drink real quick.
Get a drink, cuddle, hang out, and maybe do it again.
Yeah,
Gosh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
hope my parents are not watching this. They won't. It's all good. They won't understand. Oh, man,
And then friends with benefit. How often does that happen in the gay community?
pretty often.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like right now, it's kind of like that with a lot of couples. They're looking for a third, or they are in open relationships. That is very, very. I've seen pretty common right now. I feel like it's a trend. It's a trend.
The open race, like two gay guys hang out with another couple or two. Are they ever twingle like that too?
Or maybe it's a throuple.
Throuple?
You know,
Wait,
situation.
Tag teaming. They're tag teaming.
Yeah, tag team. You said a throuple?
Yeah, like three people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they add like.
Oh, Charles, you know a lot. I know. I'm not asking because I don't know. I've never heard of throuple. That's why.
Throuple, I just thinking like
Throuple.
triple.
Yeah.
Throuple.
Well, I know the T. I think in three, but that's
Dude,
what I'm
it's a
asking.
wordplay.
It's
Yeah, it's a
Triple,
word, yeah.
couple.
So throuple
Throuple.
and open relationships seem to be the trend.
Oh.
Does it come and go? Like, the trend like that? Does it come and go? Or is it like kind
Trends
of like, yeah.
typically do, but I just seen a lot in the last year and a half. I want to say it has to do with the pandemic, but
All those urges, huh?
maybe they just get stuck with that. They got stuck with that one
one
person
person?
so long.
Oh, yeah.
In,
They
you
want
know,
the experience and everything.
yeah, but I think with those kinds of like situations, that those two usually come to some kind of agreement in terms and boundaries, and because I'm thinking like sometimes they don't even date both people; they just date one,
Yeah.
and the other person could maybe see another person.
It seems like it's more open in the gay community, right? Because in like the girl guy relationship, the girl's like, hell
heterosexual.
no.
I don't know, man,
Yeah.
because like you starting to hear more people being promiscuous, like especially the girls, with the OnlyFans, and they're just like,
Guys do it too.
Yeah, guys too.
do it too.
Yeah, but the guys,
But they gonna get that much customer, but
but guys been doing this for freaking ever.
I'm talking about if a guy have the OnlyFans, he's not gonna get a lot of subscribers.
I don't know.
Unless
do
you're a
they?
girl.
Do you know if there's guys OnlyFans?
There's a bunch.
Yeah?
And-
There's.
Do they make money?
There's everything for everybody.
Yeah.
There's like
that's it. I'ma
You
start
don't even have
selling
to
my
be.
foot
You don't even have to be like naked or nude. I mean, people do feet and other body parts.
Wow.
All right,
So
guys.
what body part sells the most?
New business
Charles,
plan.
you could do your head, bro.
Yeah.
Just rub your
I
head.
think
that's
I-
true.
I'm telling you.
Feet is pretty popular, and then armpits.
Armpits?
Armpits.
Wow, that's a
Shit out of your armpit. Wait, with hair or hairless?
Depends. There's a pref.
Hey, David, sometimes
You
I
guys are
hear
having more fun than I am.
I know.
David, sometimes I hear about this like straight couple, right?
Yeah.
You have a husband and wife.
Yes.
Then you have the husband who sneaks out
Yeah.
to go be with a gay boy. What do you call those guys? Have you ever experienced that?
I would say they're probably on the down low.
Down low, right?
Yeah.
Like R. Kelly, keep it on the down low.
I don't think I have that I've known.
Pretty good.
Right. I don't think I have.
I've seen that more often, and it's starting to be more more common but more visible. Like I hear all this like, oh yeah, he's on a down low, sleeping with a gay boy, and gay boys are accepted to that, secretly.
Well, there's also people who are open about it. Where
Yeah.
like, sure, like I'll go for the DL person because that person's looking for something that
Right.
the other person has.
No strings attached.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a down low, a good amount of down low
So
people.
do you consider those guys gay as well or bisexual?
I really don't. I don't know. I can't answer that question
Yeah.
for them. I can only say, it's really dependent on how they see it. Like, is this just purely sex for me? But I don't want to go home and have a relationship and be like and cuddle with a man or like do other things with the man, right? But the sex is maybe what they like.
So there's no emotional attachment.
Yeah.
But he's saying this, Lucky, I ain't the one sucking. He is. So he's gay, not me. Right? I'm looking at him, right? Yeah, I'm looking at him like, what do you mean, bro? You just let another man, a gay guy, suck your little taquito. And you're telling me
It's not a big taquito, it's a little
It's a
taquito.
little one. And you're telling me you're not gay? No, Lucky, because I'm not the one giving it. How do you feel about that when people make comments like that?
I don't think it doesn't matter like who's doing the sucking.
The
right?
sucking, right?
I think because both people are engaged in that.
Right.
I think the bigger thing that matters is like at the end of the day, where do they want to be with? Who do they want to be with in their heart? Like
Who to identify as, too.
Yeah, like it's not about who's doing what.
Well, this guy has been doing it consecutively every freaking other day. So I'm over here telling him, dude, you freaking gay. Just admit it.
Every other day?
Yeah.
God.
He getting sucked off by a little taquito, right? I'm like, dude, who's doing that 4 inches right now, man? Come on, man.
You try to get his number too?
No.
You measured it and everything.
I do my other work, right? I'm like, hey, look, let's talk about this, man. You're telling me you do this every other week, and you're telling me you don't have sex with your wife, but you would have sex with this man. You need to be honest with
sex, it's
yourself.
just oral.
Yeah. No, they go into other stuff too.
Oh, dang, for real?
Yeah.
Do they, at the end of the day, do they see themselves with a man or a woman?
I think he
that
does.
answered the question.
He's just afraid to let it out.
Yeah,
He's afraid to share.
I think that's how we can answer that.
Yeah, totally.
Because I think for the other person, I guess, who is sucking, which sounds weird to say,
Fellatio.
they probably are, because that's what they're into.
Right.
They know they're gonna go see a man. Yeah. They don't have that relationship with the other woman.
Person, yeah.
So you could want to like wholeheartedly be with a woman, but you just prefer the physical stuff with a guy and still consider straight, kind of like Alexander the Great. Because
Alexander the Great.
Yeah, dude, he sleeps with his soldiers all the time.
This is
a history
history lesson.
Yeah, I mean, the movie. You never seen it?
No, I never seen the movie.
I never did either because there's too many gay sex
Did they
scenes.
write it on a book too?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm
So
pretty
you're
sure
basing your facts off of a movie?
Of a movie or a book?
I don't read books. The hell?
Man, history tells a different story all the time, man.
What the hell? Oh, actually, in Alexander the Great one. What the
That's what I'm
hell?
saying. Actually, was it written? Okay, it's in the movie then.
Well, I mean, it was written for them to read to be able to make the movie.
So he had sex with his soldiers
Yeah,
in the movie?
yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to get off. But
Yeah.
does he want to be with them? No.
No.
There was no girl
no.
there,
Yeah.
Like, maybe
Exactly.
So it reminds me
just
of this-
business, like David
Or
was
like
saying. Just
in the Navy,
business.
the submarine guy.
Prison.
Yeah,
Oh, my prison.
Remember when you were talking about the fellatio thing? I was thinking about White Castle. Remember where the guy go, get down on your knees and suck.
Kumar? Yeah.
And then he go, is all the guards here gay? They go, no, we're not gay. You're the one gay that's sucking.
Okay, I know that.
That's the cock meat sandwich, right?
Yeah.
See, that's what makes them feel like they're not.
Yeah.
But-
It's how they word it, huh?
Yeah. It's to them. It's physical. Obviously, they don't want to really be with the man, but they'll get off on with one.
Well, yeah, they in Guantanamo Bay. you
Yeah.
know?
Like, that's the one.
And that's honestly that's how I see it.
Yeah.
But they don't want to walk down the aisle with the man at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
See,
David, you mentioned about like earlier about marriage and all that. Like, would your family or yourself be comfortable getting married with a man and like in a regular ceremony?
like an allow one.
Like a Lao one or American one, like get married as
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
I think they would be. I think they would be
Happy.
fine and happy.
Sure.
To do that. Like I said, like just doing what I've done in the last like 2 decades and being in the community, I think it'd be more like a celebration and a big welcome thing.
So someone asked you today, right now, would you marry me? Will you say yes and do the marriage?
Well, if he loves him.
Well, I mean, I'm not at that place,
Okay.
but eventually, yes,
Yeah,
that would be
eventually.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't have to be married, but it'd be nice to, have someone and have a family. Be an old dad, I don't know how. There's lots of those questions like what's my family going to look like?
Right.
But yeah, I do want to a family, and if marriage comes with that, that's great. I don't think I have to be married to have a family, but I think that would be the bonus.
I heard a few lesbian couples, like they want to start a family, and they'll ask their gay friends to help with that process. Yeah. Is that like a common thing?
It's a real thing. It happens because, for LGBTQ folks, access to really good medical care in that kind of field, reproductive, it costs a lot of money. Maybe a lot of insurances might not even pay for that. So not all people have access to those experts, and in vitro costs a lot, fertility treatments and things like that if they need to, especially if their insurance doesn't cover. So they have to kind of take matters into their own hands, and sometimes and that's what it is. They'll do it themselves or find other ways, right?
Yeah.
Because it is so expensive to do that.
Man. Yeah. Because I always hear it, but I was like,
it's true.
How true is it? But
it's true.
Yeah. Confirmed.
There's people that I know who have children that way, or I've had them. Yeah.
Has there ever been vice versa, where a gay couple asked a lesbian friend to help?
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past folks. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cheaper though out of the country? Like, would they go outside the country and then have that process?
I don't know, because I just don't know. That's not my thing, and I can only imagine with the paperwork that might be an issue. You should
know all these things.
I should, but when I plan my family, I probably will do more research. But yeah, just think about it. You're gonna have to go out of the country, do the paperwork. What is their where's their citizenship going to be? That could be an issue too. Yeah, you don't want to get stuck over there. Laws are different in different countries.
Yeah,
when it comes to custody, or maybe even same-sex couples. So yeah, it's not their laws might not. I don't know. It might not even protect them.
Yeah,
true.
Hey, I always see or hear about these gay pool parties.
What?
In Puerto Vallarta, right?
Yeah,
I always hear about this.
I know.
You do? Okay.
Have you ever been to one of those pool parties where they have nothing but gay boys in half naked? How women wear bikini? Guys just wear the little underwear, or even
maybe not to that capacity, but just like a regular pool party.
Regular party?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So have you stumbled into these parties by accident a few times? Or?
Yeah, no. I was in Puerto Vallarta one time at the airport, and then all these gay boys were behind me. I'm like, they're pretty buff too. So I didn't think nothing of it. They look just like me. I'm not buff, but they look just like me. Some of them even look more cuter. Lupe was even looking at them like, these are handsome guys, right? Like, what the hell? What part are they going to? Like, oh, you didn't know? Like, no, I didn't know. I didn't get the memo. I thought you thought I was part of this too. I'm like, no, I don't know you guys.
If you're in a Speedo in a hot tub with them, everybody would have thought you were with them.
I would have thought too.
So, they're like,
wrong hotel.
Wrong hotel. They're like, dude, we have the biggest gay party this weekend, right? Come hang out, right? I'm like looking at my wife. She's like, no, what do you have? You go.
They're luring you in already.
Go ahead and go, right? Lure me in. It's like, nah, guys, y'all have fun, man. You know what I mean? But it was big. It was like 400 or 500 people at this event, and then I saw it on TikTok. Telling Lupe, there it is right there. Yeah. 2 blocks away.
We could have had a great time.
Yeah.
Could have had a great time.
Puerto Vallarta is a really big destination for gay men. So I'm not surprised.
Is it bigger than San Francisco?
I don't know. I think they're so different, right? Because San Francisco, it's the city, and then this is just like a destination. So I think people just they want to go on vacation. They want to go to somewhere where their peoples are. So it's Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, and that's kind of where it's at right now.
Yeah,
for a few years actually.
Man.
Wow.
Man, you guys got more questions because we're coming up on our time.
We are? Man, I did have another question for Dave, but I'll probably ask my
what is it? What is it?
Just ask Wayne, you're the only one that have so much question. I'm like, wow, this guy have a lot of questions.
You got a lot.
I don't have no experience. I'm learning all this today now.
Have you showed up into a bathtub with hot guys before?
Nope, I never had.
don't know.
Man, so like, and you
How
know
often
they
do you
do.
walk into that?
I don't walk
Not as
into
often as I would like.
Even David has it, bro.
Damn.
I have, but just not as often as I would like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
David, are you the more of the aggressor, the top or the bottom?
Wow.
Wait,
okay.
what kind of is this? You said aggressor then top.
Well,
or bottom?
I'd say top or bottom. Are you more of that top person or the bottom person?
I would say right now in my life, I'm more of the top person.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm not opposed to,
Yeah.
bottoming or things like that. I think
Yeah.
who you're with in your life and what you kind of agree to do and what you like.
Right.
So, ask me next year, it might be different.
Right. Man, we appreciate your honesty, man. This is something so new to me.
Yep. I'm learning a lot today,
That's why I had so much question, And I think for our audience too, they have tons of questions. If they have questions, where can they reach you at? Like someone wants to reach out to you.
You know what? I'm on Instagram a lot. I
Okay.
am private, but I mean, you can send me a message, and I'll see if you're not a psycho or not. But you can reach me at Dirrty David, which is DIRRTYDAVID, and reach me there.
Sweet, man.
Nice.
Dirty David. Oh,
Just 2 R's.
Thank you for coming on, man, and educating all of us
Yes.
that don't know what's going on. So
Yes.
You're welcome.